by the way, it is so exhausting that literally any one of these scandals would have taken down any other
Any
administration.
president.
And that's Democrat or Republican.
But that he definitely directed the illegal hush money payments to Stormy Daniels and Karen McDougal.
Yeah, and that the Wall Street Journal, hardcore conservative paper, broke that.
Yeah. Richard Blumenthal on this.
The president did commit a crime according to the charging document that the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York submitted to the court in connection with the Cohen plea agreement. It, in effect, charged him as an unindicted co-conspirator without naming him.
Yeah. Didn't they someone ask him about this, and he goes, no one cares about that. I mean, just
He said
once
that,
again
yeah,
on tape,
no one cares.
lying over and over and over about having no knowledge of this.
That's okay.
Yeah.
They're right. When the new Attorney General of New York gets in, the Mueller investigation, I really do believe has a dead man switch. That all of these indictments would have been seen months ago. They knew for months that Trump was coming after
Sealed
him.
indictments?
They're already sealed all the way up to the president, and minus the president, and that they're just sitting and waiting. He gets fired. Too late, buddy. I don't care who you put in. The indictments are already authorized. And then you have these attorney generals who are going to, and you know what else he probably has? These abandoned ship kits, which are indictments that are going to go out to like every U.S. attorney around the country.
When?
You know?
When does the party start? When does the party start?
It started already last Tuesday.
Yes, back in August, Michael Cohen told a federal court he had committed multiple campaign finance violations at Donald Trump's behest. He said Trump had personally directed him to make these payments for the explicit purpose of aiding his presidential bid, which would make the payments illegal. Travis is the word I'm looking for.
Illegal?
The prosecutors allowed Trump's former fixer to implicate the sitting president in a crime, strongly suggested they possessed significant evidence validating Cohen's charges. So, right, like you just said, Wall Street Journal, they go down, they probably have tapes, they have, I mean, okay. Is this the last line of it? In conclusion, if Donald Trump weren't president, he would almost certainly have been indicted by now. So this is really, now we're not just a question of can a sitting president be indicted, but for like a bunch of stuff.
Right.
How many times?
Right.
And I've always said, and I think I've said on this show, this is a RICO case.
Yeah.
This is a racketeering, influence, and corrupt
Yeah.
organization. The technical phrase is a CCE, a continuing criminal enterprise.
See, I think people have forgotten about this, but I'm reading through this. Federal prosecutors have a lot of evidence of Trump's involvement with the payments, because you forget Alan Weisselberg has also flipped.
Yeah.
I mean,
And Pecker.
Had Cohen and Pecker. Pecker's leaking.
You guys.
I just like saying that to make you laugh.
Sorry. Yes. And there's also evidence he viewed the payments as political expenditures, which is to say he knew they were illegal. Cohen only agreed to pay Stormy Daniels himself as a last-minute emergency measure because right after Access Hollywood dropped, right? Yep. It is extraordinary the amount of help he got to win this election. I mean,
It was a
quote
perfect
unquote
storm.
win. Yeah. Blumenthal on this again.
Robert Mueller is very much a by-the-book, cautious, and deliberate prosecutor who is methodically and meticulously putting together the mosaic of evidence regarding Russian collusion involving the Trump campaign and potential obstruction of justice. When he makes a conclusion, it will have to be based on proof beyond a reasonable doubt, a very high standard.
Robert De Niro played him once again on Saturday Night Live. Perfect. Scary.
Hey, Jeff.
He goes, now, am I in here? A little. Is Trump? A lot. Okay, one more Blumenthal.
Now this report that provides additional evidence about the details of Trump's own communications with Pecker, with Cohen, with others, and the knowledge that McDougal and Stormy Daniels are also bringing to the case. So clearly there's a lot of cooperating going on here, and it spells trouble for Donald Trump in the Southern District of New York, which again is outside of the special counsel's direct purview.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the new phrase, everybody. You're going to be hearing it over and over again. Donald Trump tweets, "The prospect of presidential harassment by the Dems is causing the stock market big headaches."
What? Is he aware?
Presidential harassment.
Yeah.
That's what they're calling it now.
Memorial for
Holding the
veterans.
criminal president
That stock market's
accountable.
closed today.
Don't even. All right, and listen, but I got a new phrase we should all start using.
Yes.
Criminal conspiracy. That's what all of these things are going to come out to. When they indict, it will be part of a criminal conspiracy.
We see
Stop
your
using
presidential
the
harassment, and we raise you criminal conspiracy.
Stop using freaking collusion. That's an activity. The actual violations are criminal conspiracy. Start using it.
Okay.
Get on.